Okay, Alex, you are the science officer. So basically, you have access to these first three abilities. You're not going to be doing, you're not level 6 or 12, so you're not going to be able to do these two, but you are level 1, or you're greater than level 1. So the very first thing is going to be one of your bread and butters is going to be balancing the shields. Now, to balance the shields, it's a DC 10 plus 1.5 times your ship tier. Up here, I've got the DCs all figured out for you. So 10 plus 1.5 times ship tier. So it's DC 13 to balance the shields. Then down here, so the rules on balancing shields is that you need to put an even amount in each quadrant, and it needs to be, you need to have a minimum that's like, what is it? Or at least 10% in each quadrant or something. I forget the math. I did the math right, I promise. But nonetheless, so basically you are able to say if you took 5 damage to your forward shield, you would knock this down to 15. It now tells you that you need to have, to rebalance the shields, you'd put 18.75 in all 4 quadrants. And you need to have at least a minimum of 7.5 in any given quadrant. They want to make sure that you actually rebalance the shields as opposed to like taking all the shields and putting them in the front arc. That's not something that they want you doing, unfortunately. The next thing you can do is scan, which is 1.5 times, or DC 5 plus 1.5 times the enemy ship tier, which I'll have to do that information for you because only I know the enemy ship tiers. But basically, this is your classic like knowledge animal or something like that, where you roll your DC and then for every 5 you exceed the DC of the opposing ship, I give you basic info, defenses, weapon, loadout, and then anything else that I think is relevant in that order of gaining information. And then the last thing you can do, which your bread and butters really are going to be a mix of scanning, and then kind of offensively you're going to be targeting systems, and defensively you're going to be balancing shields. But basically what target system does is you, on a critical 20, or I think you expand that with your target system to a 19 or a 20, automatically you do hull damage. So in your case, normally the computer system, or it's a random roll to see which system gets damaged when you pass a critical threshold. If you are targeting a system, you just get to choose which system gets targeted. I've also got this other page over here called damage. Here I have outlined, here are your critical thresholds, because this is the total health of your ship, so every 5th of that. So at 44 points, 33, 22, 11, you will have to roll on the table over here to see which system is damaged. And then basically what winds up happening, you get glitching, -2 penalty, malfunctioning, -4 penalty, wrecked, you can't use it. And if it's the power core, you get a -4. Except on patch and hold it together, because that would be unfair to prevent you from patching together your ship. Which patch is actually something the engineer Joe does that.